It's been a while since I played this, though. I don't remember everything that we were doing. So it's going to be a little bit of a me relearning how things work. I know a bit of it. Like, we were working on... We still need to get some of the keys. You'd rather be denied breath if you know how? Yeah, I do. I do. Alright, so we have our money. Let us head over to this thingamadoodle. You're a prince and you're blue. That's all I know. I have a Prince Albert piercing. Does that count? Does that count? Let's go for dig spots today, I think. We don't actually need to go in there, though. You're a visual learner. Ayo. Canonically, I actually, in real life, have a Prince Albert piercing on my genitalia. Like, actually for realsies. Also, in the canon, yes, Vtuber Hnetu gets one eventually. But yes, I do actually have one. I have a Prince Albert. Does someone playing with the piercing make it more sensitive? I don't know. You're too much of a coward. Listen, as someone who got one, I'm going to let you know, from experience, it was one of the least painful piercings that I got. Can I ask why Prince Albert? Because they're hot. That's literally the reason I thought they were hot. And I was like, I want one. So that's 100% why, is I thought they were hot. Because he's in a can. What piercings do you have? I have my ears pierced. I have a one lip ring on my lower left lip. I used to have snake bites on both. Hi, Motto. Thank you for the drink. I will drink. People would joke that the PA is what's making the click-clacks when it's really my hoodie zipper. Exactly. I have taken a sip of my drink. I used to have snake bites, but I took one out because it wasn't healing properly. So I only have one on the left side of my lip. I have both of my nipples pierced, and I had to get them redone because I had to take them out a while ago. And so I have them redone. And I have the Prince Albert piercing. So those are all of my piercings. You had a Medusa? Yeah, I've had to take some of my piercings out over time, but those are my piercings. Now you know. So I've had, I think, a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 piercings done, and I currently have 6 of them in my body. And I currently have 6 of them in my body. Let's get the utility closet out of the way. Or the breaker room out of the way. You've been wanting to get some, and some areas seem more scary than others. I mean, I can answer questions if you have questions about which ones are painful and which ones are not. Earrings are not very painful. Earrings are pretty easy to get. They don't hurt much. Apples. Ooh, sales. Gems, big gems, keys, extra steps. Cool. The lip ring didn't hurt too bad. It hurt a little bit, but not a lot. Like, it's a little ow sort of thing. Nipples hurt a lot. Nipples hurt a lot. Especially the second time. I have fucked myself, by the way. Especially getting them the second time, that was no fun at all. The Prince Albert piercing, getting the piercing didn't hurt much. It's over pretty quick, but I flinched as he was putting the ring in after doing the piercing, and that hurt. That hurt a lot, but that was my fault. The piercing itself didn't hurt, and the thing you have to remember about piercings is that they're usually over in like a split second. Like, it happens and then it's done. You know, it doesn't hurt that much. You can't even get nipple piercings the way yours are shaped. I mean, that's not great, but it's fair. I find it fascinating to see how people decorate the canvas of their body with piercings and tattoos and the like. Not for me, though. That's fine. I also have a bunch of tattoos. So, like, if you ever want a Prince Albert piercing, unless... So... I don't know if the way that mine is done is the standard, or if it was the piercer doing something wrong. Mine is not directly through the middle, right? You could get it right through that bundle of nerves in the middle. Mine is not. Mine is ever so slightly to the one side, which means that it's not hitting the direct bundle of nerves. It's going a little bit, it comes out to the left, which means it wasn't all that painful. I'm imagining that if they did it directly through that central bundle of nerves, it might hurt. You wonder if you can get your clip pierced? I mean, if it's big enough. Question mark. Furnace. I mean, that's fine. It gets it out of the way, I guess. We'll do the one that requires gems. Otherwise, Cassidy, you could do the hood. The hood is what most people do. Hi, Trogral, how are you? Okay, so let's see. Each time you find trash while digging. Gain a key for every 2 hallways. Hi, Gilgamesh, how are you? So what most people do, you could get your labia rings for beltless chastity. Fucking hot. Hot. You get 2 piercings on either side, and you can either interlock the rings, or you put like a padlock connecting all of them, left side and right side together. That's really hot. That's really hot. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just saying it out loud. It's really hot. Eef. Metal detector is good. Agreed, incredibly hot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Damn right. I would have liked to have gotten a shovel, but whatevs. It's fine. We can get the pool. Pool's good. You know how heavy a padlock is? I didn't say you had to get a big one. You can get a really small one. Listen, Cassidy, you're thinking too hard about this, okay? I promise you, you're thinking too hard about it. That's also part of the fun if you're a masochist. True. True. Oh wait, did I see what today's menu is? Beef stew pie. Okay. Just imagine a fat-ass master lock. No, God, no. No, dear, no. No one's that crazy, okay? Like, the point is to be kinky, not kill you. Oh, hey, there's a key laying on the floor. Cool. Definitely not what you'd use. Yeah. Nice car. It is a very nice classic car, yes. Garbo. I'll take the secret tunnel. Maybe for a short session where it's not hanging and you're, like, laying on your stomach. Maybe, yeah. Let's get a bedroom. Oh, ooh, very bad. Well, we doubled our keys at least. But yeah, like, that's not the kind that you would use at all. You would use something very different. But also, if you were really just wanting to be like mildly kinky, you would just interlock the rings on the left side and the right side, and you know, then when you're done, you would undo them. Like the point is to be kinky, not to be cruel. Anyway, point is I have a bunch of piercings. I think piercings are really cool. I do think that there is a point at which you can go overboard with piercings. There is absolutely such a thing as too many piercings. Like one of those Chinese ring things. I mean, I guess. There is absolutely something that is too many. Real question, if you have a master lock for chastity, do you unlock it to practice your lockpicks and skills with reward for success? Yes. Piercings are awesome, yes. Had someone put a master lock in the gauge of their ears for a while when I was back in school. There was a fight because they did not have the key. Dermal eyebrow is one of the ones you've been thinking of. I think that could be really cool. Like, I have one lip ring, right? Like, I just have the one lip ring now. And honestly, I think that's enough. I don't think I need anything else. I think that if I had more piercings in my face, that would be too many. Similarly, like, in regards to, like, say, genital piercings, you can get a frenum piercing, a Jacob's ladder with as many steps as you can fit. You can get a lowrum, which is a horizontal piercing at the base. And then you can get the ones that go down, like, the ring of the scrotum. And those can all look really good, but if you have too many, it's just too much. There is a point at which you can have too many. And so it's important to find a good medium where you have a number of piercings, but not too many piercings. Because you don't want to hit that point at which you have too many. There's definitely codeless, it depends on how you place them. Yeah. And you know, they look better on some people than on others, being completely honest. Like some people, it's like a beard. Some people can really rock a beard, and some people it's like, this doesn't look good on you. You know? So it really depends. And like I said, I think I'm good with just one piercing in each area. I think if I were to get more piercings, it would be too much. And that isn't to say that there's not ways that could make it appealing. There was a photo that I saw by some artist or another of a character with a external genitalia. And this character's external genitalia, they had one at the tip, one in the middle, one at the base, and they had like this really nice like flowy bit of like they had taken like a gossamer handkerchief almost and like laced it through all three piercings from the base to the tip, and it's a beautiful picture and it looks really cool, but that might be a bit too much. Some people can really rock that dick beard. Yes, exactly, Jeff, man. Exactly. Anything in here today? No, just that. We've already read that. What do you got for me today? Ah, silver key. Cool. Let's see. Courage and wisdom. What? Hold on. I don't think I ever do a piercing, but sometimes I want to get the triforce on the back of your right hand, specifically only having the bottom two filled out for courage and wisdom. I would love to get a Triforce tattoo on the back of my left hand. I don't think I do it focused on one. Yeah. People get like 4 lip piercings. That's too much. The only interesting piercing you think you want is a bit out there. Let's say of a long-term transition goals in your life, decorating and drawing attention to the result instead of just wanting to not think about it. You know, I think that's very fair. Being completely honest, I think that's very fair. It goes back to that whole thing of like wear what you are as a shield and no one can use it to hurt you. And I feel like if you have a set of genitals that are potentially incongruous with what you are portraying as yourself, like rock that shit, you know? Rock that shit. Fucking be awesome about it. I could get the closed exhibit. We haven't seen that one in a while. And it is another red room. This is one of those ones where I feel like there's more to this room than I already know. Let's check this Tuesday. feel like there's more to this than I'm knowing already. The reason you do it is because it's your dominant, so it matches with Link's last being dominant. Also, you have a bunch of shit on your left hand already. That's fair. That's fair. See, I'm left-handed, and I don't have any tattoos on my left side. My tattoos are almost universally on my right side, except for my trans symbol on my left hip. Fine, we will get rid of the fucking chapel, Jesus. But we're not gonna go in there until we have to. Can make a courtyard, I guess. Hi, Stunov, how are you? Wait, hold on. Is there a shovel in here? There's a shovel! Fucking finally. Okay. Now that we have the shovel, we can start digging up all this crap. You get this soul tattoo you have covered. I wrote the fact that if you meet people from online, it doxes you. Ah. That's fair. Dig. Yes, dig. Dig. Alright, we just got a bunch of steps out of that, which is pretty good. Let's dig up these already. Your birthday is today? Yo, happy birthday, Stunov. Congratulations. Be clear that shit you mean dragon placement and bigger of your two rings. That's fair. Proper balance in your aesthetic is important, hon. Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Anyway, has this been informative for you guys of learning about piercings? I hope it has. I hope it's been very informative. I try to be informative when I can. Oh, man. I don't want to lose half my steps, though. Hi, Smoking Medic. How are you? I hope you're well. Extremely informative? Good. But yeah, Scheiße. You know what? We can do that. That's fine. Also, not me, curious how the Prince Albert would feel to the touch. I mean, I generally don't feel it. It's kind of interesting sometimes. You're 23 and still unemployed. Yay. Yay! It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a strange sensation. Yo, the hammer. It's a very strange sensation. And, like, because you don't really feel it, but there are times when, like, if you touch it, and you can, like, feel it moving almost. It's weird. It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe. You think you used to have something on your right because it feels empty, but you can't remember what anymore? You know, like, given that I have the bracer, I have a wrist cuff on my right wrist. When I don't have it on, it feels really strange, and I don't like it. It feels bad. Do you think there was a Prince Albert that had a Prince Albert? Yes, that's where it's got its name. I don't know how true it is, but the mythology is that Prince Albert had one, and that's why it's named that. The experiment was each time you find some trash while digging, you gain a key for each hallway in the house. Are we talking about what we're thinking about? I was talking about my piercings. But yes, that's supposedly where the name comes from. Showroom? Damn it, I don't have enough gems. Fuck. Yeah, I have a lot of piercings. Lore-wise, ye olde Hnetu has, both nips and a Prince Albert as well, because I wanted to. Yeah, it feels really weird when you take that stuff off, doesn't it? But yes, I have piercings, because I think piercings are hot. God damn it. I think piercings are hot. IMHO. Honestly, it's not even about the idea of it being a shield. You're by gender and wanting your missing half, so eventually eventual presentation will always be off-putting to some. It's kind of just a bit of showing, at least an intimate partner, a pride that in the idea of getting exactly what you want from your body. I mean, that's very fair. I think that's very fair. Might as well hit that one over here. Do you need like a super strong piercing machine? Try not to think too hard about it. How sensitive are the nipple piercings? Mine aren't very sensitive, unfortunately. But they never really were, so I didn't really lose anything. If that's what you're wondering. Thank you on your rarest. Smoking Medic, thank you for the 3-stream streak. I appreciate that. So just like suddenly grab it because it feels off for a moment. Yeah. I understand. I do. So according to legend, he had the piercing to stay discreet inside his tight Victorian-era trousers. Yes. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Hi, Ashish. Ashish, how are you? I'd love to have more piercings, but you mess them up by fidgeting. Mood. Boxes next to this box contain gems. Boxes next to this box contain gems. Boxes next to this box contain gems. What? Stunov, the idea is that it would pull it down and out of view, I guess. So if this is true, then that one has a gem. And that means that one's a liar. But if this one's true, then that one also has a gem. But if this one's true, then it can be either of these. I don't care. Ah, you were the liar. Fuck. Let's get the walk-in closet out of the way. You needed some chips and milk, needed something salt and sweet like Hnetu pants grab. Hey, yo. Some dice. And a key. Okay. I got something salty and sweet for you right here, pants grab. You know what? Let's get the Great Hall, because we already have the foyer. We already have the foyer. Chat, could you exercise the penor by hanging weights on the Prince Albert? It's not a muscle. Please don't do that. You will hurt yourself. You will hurt yourself, I promise. Please don't do that. I don't want you to get hurt. I miss my prostate exams. That's quote number 280. That's certainly quote number 280. Alright, let's put that around. I'm trying to remember, like, what puzzles we have left to do. The ultimate gel king? Oh, God. I mean, I guess. You're not wrong. Doggy. Hi, doggy. Oh, my God. Look at all these dig spots. Chat, look at all these dig spots. There are so many. There are like 5 dig spots in here. You heard your dad playing guitar and he was playing Christmas Time is Near and Charlie Brown. And it made you emotional? Aw. Did you do the chess puzzle? Yes. I have the armory. Basically, what we're doing right now is I need to get the last 3 border stuff downstairs. Those are the big ones. I need to get the 3 keys that I haven't gotten yet. All right, let's see. Moon pendant. You'll start tomorrow with 2 of the items in your inventory. The master key opens all normal doors. Emerald bracelet, you have to pay the gem cost of floor plans. And the silver spoon. Okay, let's get the pendant. And yeah, fuck it. We'll get this too. Dig. Right, yes. 3 keys, yes. Yeah, I need the keys downstairs. The keys downstairs that we have to do. So we still need, you know, the first key is found in the furthest rank, the second is locked tight in the vault of a bank, the third is high up among the clocks, the fourth down below beneath all the docks, the fifth is held by a king on his throne, the sixth is in a station left by one of your own. Hi, Asha. The seventh is major if you drafted quite late, then the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. So we need 3 of those. Also, the conference room means that all gold will go there, so I'm going to go do that real fast. Hi, Kristen. Not sure how to ask this question without it being a spoiler, but you should sleep anyway. That's fair. I don't know what I'm doing in this game anymore. It's been a while since I've played. So, who the fuck knows? So we need 1 more of the red letters, and we need to do that puzzle. Those are the 2 big ones right now. Money, 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 money. We might as well take the boudoir. Grab those. So this way we can at least get into the last room. We can get into room 46 right now. Also, I kind of got spoiled that there is a puzzle about the crests that I don't know the answer to. Alright, we're gonna just do that. Oh, I like that it's like crossed out. Okay. So, hold on. I need to go back here for a second. Grab all these keys. Okay. Crest. Sigils? Yeah. Apparently a reverse Prince Albert exists. I wonder if you can get an eyebrow piercing shaped like a bueno. Oh my lord. Oh, we didn't go into the basement to unlock the fucking thing. God damn it, I forgot. I'll take a drink, hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of other genital piercings that you can get that I did not mention. Like, it is a lot of keys. There's dolphins, there's amplangs, there's a lot of additional piercings that I did not mention. Some of them are fucking crazy. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. Some of them are crazy. Some of them I would not get. Like, you couldn't pay me to get. Some of them are pretty cool looking. But not necessarily for me. But there's a lot of options out there. Ma is the queen of locks. I am, yes. I'm the lock... Wait. 6 or 0. 6 or 0. Take a screenshot of that for later. I don't know if that'll be important. She even punches in the door and it caves in. Hnetu is everyone's key holder. Yes, exactly. That's what Locktober is for. I remember the portion of this puzzle now. One part is awful to get. I am honestly kind of at the point where I'm okay with a little bit of help, considering how, like, esoteric the last couple are. So if there's something that I have the option to get today with the 15 steps that I have remaining, I'm okay with hearing it. I'm okay with hints. Because we are on day 78, and I'm at the point where the puzzles have gotten so ridiculously esoteric that I'm like, I don't know what it wants me to do anymore. Where is room 46? Connection. Theorize possible locations. North of the antechamber. Below the fountain? No. Not below the foundation. Full house of 45 rooms and a break room? No. Secret door in the tomb? No. Leaning towards this doesn't exist. Red herring. You have no way of stating a piece of it straight up without straight up saying it, but it's not something you would normally do. You should probably search the kennel. I will go search the kennel. But I have enough keys to finish opening all of these, so. Ugh, I wish I had the freezer today to save all this shit for tomorrow. Okay. So we should go back to the kennel, you say? Let us go back to the kennel. Also, I don't know if I've had this item, so I'm just going to grab it. Not something you can do today, but I have one gentle hit to offer if you want. Yeah, go ahead. Pet the doggy. Cat. 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 House. Hose. House. Doggy. Hello, doggy. Pet the Wonkas? Indeed. Oh god, excuse me. Have I noticed the cracked wall near the chessboard? The chessboard? Yeah, didn't I break that? I thought I broke that. Did I not break that? I like how the moon pendant and the emerald bracelet are colored in where the rest are all black and white. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I have enough steps to get back there. Yeah, I don't have enough steps to get back there. I don't think. I thought I broke that, though. Also, I would need to redo... I would need to redo one of the levers because I undid one of the levers. I undid one of the levers. I undid one of the levers. Your gentle offer? I'm okay with offers right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough days for that. But, like, I have the back door to get down there. I don't think there's anything that I have right now. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that I can do right now. I got kind of unlucky with the furnace. Honestly, getting a lot of red rooms kind of fucked me. I'm very out of practice. That's okay. We'll go. Oh, I went right past that. I didn't mean to. It's fine. Furnace really fucks a day. Kind of, yeah. If you haven't cracked it, you should. Once you're cracked, you might be able to act on it. I thought I did. What do you need to crack it? Do you need the power hammer to crack it? Out of the shower, what we have to. We're playing a game called Blueprints. Power hammer? Okay. Well, let's see. I have... I think I might need the tune to get to the back side of that time. Maybe if I get a power hammer, I can knock that out. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we start... Oh, God. We started with garbage. But, you know what? We started with the moon pendant, which means that we get to cycle moon pendants. That's hilarious. Alright, let's see if we get lucky and get the tomb today. You've actually never heard of this game? It's a very interesting puzzle game. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's a very hard game. Because, like, the puzzles start to get really esoteric once you get near the end. Let's try for the schoolhouse again and see if we can't get to 9th grade. I think the highest we've ever gotten is like 7th grade. You have a pointer for the sigils that's more a spoiler towards methods than answers. The sigils are in the basement, right? That you have to get the book for, right? Yeah. Here, let's actually go down there and take a look-see, shall we? You cast Scholastic Book here. Hi, Bailiff. How are you? The book tells you some, but not all. It does. Hi, Varendell. How are you? How are you doing? I think I figured out 2 of them. I think I figured out 2 of them out of the 8. How go the Prince of Blue? I'm relearning the game because I haven't played in a while. It's a V. I got a V for you right here. Fucking karate chops my own crotch. Shit. Wrong way. You're eepy, but you want to alert to a cool person while you turn into a pumpkin. You know what they say about trans girls and pumpkins, right? I said what I said. You're a visual learner? Hey, yo. All right, let's see. Wait, what do they say about the pumpkin? Trans girls fucking pumpkins is a common cliche. And as a trans girl, I will fuck that pumpkin. What? So, I've done... Do these use... So, I've done this one. Like, this one's done. This one was easy. I got this one already. We got this one. Did I take a picture of this? I don't think... Did I take a picture of this? I did. I did take a picture of this postcard. Okay, I have 2 of the postcards. It is. I am so out of my own culture's loop. Yes. I mean... Sadly, there's a... Wait, hold on. You know, I watched that video, sadly, and there's a lot of them. What? I mean, Pumpkin does have a guts to... You know what? I see the appeal. There's something up with the foyer. The life of me I can't remember, though. All the rooms got something going on. So, the foyer, we've already smashed open the vases, the vases. Hi, old man Windbreaker. Hello, welcome in. We got this one as well. We got this one. This one took a little bit of work, but we did get this one. But those are the only 2 that I've done so far. I haven't gotten any of the other ones. So, like, I had some... Was it this one? No, that one's done. Hnetu. We started... Like, this one I haven't finished yet. I don't know all the answers for this one. I don't know any of the other ones yet. I think it was one video that got memed a lot. And you would be thinking of the entrance hall. Oh, you said foyer. I haven't gotten this one. Okay, well, maybe I'll try and get the foyer then. And I haven't gotten this one. You can tell me generally where the info is if I want. There's like a lot of girls shoving their shimmy. I don't know why trans girls fuck pumpkins. I just know they do. I know that I need to get some of it. Like I've pieced together bits and pieces from the classrooms, but I haven't been able to draft every classroom, which has made it difficult for me to get all of that information. And so we have this. We have this. I don't have the power hammer, so I'm not going to waste time on that thing. We're going to leave. School is a major part, absolutely. Yeah, I've been working on the school. I know that, like, I have bits in... I have a physical notebook that I've been taking notes in. But if they get the lower surgery, how would they? I mean, that's a question for a different day. Listen, I still have a dick, so I can fuck the pumpkin. Would I like tips for the other 2? posture. They can sit on the stem. Yeah, exactly. Just sit on the stem. I love that the two of you were both in sync with that. All right, let's see if we can't go to school. Oh, but yes, yeah, I already smashed this. So yeah, we still need to get one of the things from the Blackbridge Grotto, and we still need to do the thing in the apple orchard, because there's something with the apple orchard that I haven't done yet. So one of the pursuing orchards, look at the last print, is an, oh, okay, fuck it, I'm done. Listen, I had a rough day. Okay? I had a rough day. Gok is a deal sealer. Yay. I don't think I've read The Curse of Blackbridge yet. We had just bought all of these, so I don't think I've read all of them yet. So let's get this for next time. Hi, Zephyr Winds. How are you? Welcome in. Ignore the fact that we're talking about Gok. Could you cook the pumpkin after pumping the Stop. You need to be stopped. How are you doing today, hon? Welcome in. Welcome to my special hell. All right. I believe the original was a joke Halloween special reward on another site, and mostly there's a result of that. That makes sense. There's a lost room to dig up in the basement, but requires some careful searching of a map and become a stamp collector. Stamp collector is an interesting one. Stamp collector. Yeah, like, a lot of these we've already done, and we've already gotten these, so, like, I understand these. H2O in Gash Estate is called Miss Peterson. But, like, I've already got notes for all of this shit. So, like, this is just teaching us how the math works. And, like, this one is just the colors. And I've already got the colors. So, like, I know which of these three goes to what in terms of colors. Guys, stop talking about pumpkins. Calm down. I'm good. How are you? Been trying to catch a stream of yours for a while. My day job has sucked, but other than that, I'm okay. Other than that, I'm okay. I hope you're doing well. Do we do a shout out? Do a shout out, please. I don't know where any of my mods are. They can figure it the fuck out. Mods can figure it out. Should we burn it down? Yes. Yes, we should. Every goddamn day. Here, let me turn on a light in this room really fast, and I'll tell you about my notes. Because I have a physical notebook. You've heard of cream pie, but I'm about pumpkin pie. Also, you likely have screenshot the library catalog includes some stamp references. Oh. So I have the Arch Aries one, obviously, and I have the Orinda Aries one, also known as Fen Aries. I've already done those two. For Iraja, I have that it is tradition, magic, poetry, ? Mystic, and it looks like it's the southern one with the Y shape. That's the thing that I have down. Nuance, I have as that Iraja is also the hourglass. Burn down the P repository, yeah. The diamond is nuance. Further nuance is separate for some odd reason. And then I know that Morajai is the arch, Vera is the puzzle piece, and Kororika is the heart. But I don't have any details on any of them. To be fair, if I was in hell, I'd still watch an editor stream. I'm sure they got Whirlies of the Damned and the Cauldrons, but that's boring, indeed. So, like, I have some of the stuff. I'm gonna fuck myself over right now. Let chaos reign, as it should. But yeah, I hope you've been well. Thank you so much for stopping in to say hi. Everybody should go check you out, because you're pretty cool. Another classroom. We definitely need more classrooms. All right, so this is where I got some of the information. So, like, this right here is where I was starting to get the information about the things. Skull help you a lot of the deals are somewhat speculative. Yeah. I mean, I've already gotten some of these. Like I said, we've already got Arinda Aries and Arch Aries done. And I know, like, through piecing together which people, like, which students had good scores versus which ones have poor scores versus which ones got things right and which ones got things wrong, I've kind of pieced together which is which of these. So I'm pretty sure that I have these correct. I know for a fact that Arch Aries and Arinda Aries are correct. I'm fairly certain that Araja is the hourglass. The second time seeing this game, it melts my brain. It's very difficult. I did take my meds, Paradox. Thank you for asking. Got to seal the deal with a kiss on the gawk, yeah. So Araja is the hourglass. Nuance is the diamond. And then over here we've got Vera, Kororika, and Morajai, which are the other three. Now, the question is, there's supposed to be 8 of them total. Sorry, I was thirsty. But, unless further nuance is separate from nuance, then I don't know. The devoted circle, the seeker of... wait a minute. Yeah, there's only 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are those in order? Wait, is that the 8th one? Is that infinity one down at the bottom the 8? In the south circle? I mean, that has to be number 8. The infinity one has to be that one down there. Especially because if we look at it, oh, that's interesting. I can see... Oh, that's interesting. If... Oh, I wish I had a... is there a globe in here? There's not a globe in here. Fuck. Yeah, because that's... That's interesting. Okay, so... Nuance. So nuance is the diamond, and Eraja is that. Which means that Vera is that, but that means that Kororika is the heart. Yeah, the Kororika is the heart, which is the only one that's left is Morajai. So I'm good on those. So I have these correct. I have all my symbols correct. Confirming it based on this south key right here down at the bottom. Ow! Rude. But also funny. Hi, Lennon. Excuse me. So by looking at the map in the bottom corner, the south one, we can tell that I have all of my symbols correct because they all line up properly. Like, they all line up to where they would be down here. So, like, so you can see the little heart, which corresponds to this. You can see this little puzzle piece, which corresponds to this. You can see the diamond, which is where nuance is. And you can see the hourglass, which is where Araja is. Which means that this one, because it's sideways, is the 8th. So the 8th symbol is infinity. And I'm not seeing, if we look at the north circle up here, the top-down view, we're not seeing any symbols there. This game requires a whole ass binder full of notes. It kind of does. Like, I'm pretty deep into the game, all things considered. I'm very deep into the game. But see this right here? We can see the little heart, we can see the puzzle piece, we can see the diamond, and we can see that. How you doing, Lennon? So that's definitely the 8th continent. That's definitely the 8th continent.
This is an ad.
Ads. rotate it. So 17462,835. 46 is an 8. Another person I know had details of end screenshots of all writing. Yeah, I think you kind of need it at this point. So, like, this one doesn't seem to do much in the way that... This doesn't really seem to help much. Honestly. This doesn't really seem to help much. This confirms a bunch of my suspicions. Oh, not ads. This right here is interesting, and I think 17462,835 is very interesting, and I'm going to write that down. What color was I using for this? I was using this. So we have, starting at 46, it goes 8, then 3, then 5, then 1, then 7, 4, then 6, then 2, and then that just loops around. Also, my desk is filthy, chat. My desk is filthy! I'm going to move to bed. Last call if you want a thing. So far, I think you're on good tracks. Just wanted to put in the right direction. I will take one additional hint. I'll take one additional hint. Isles of Orsay. Isles of Orsay. Secret signs, huh? Not a devoted circle. There's just the moon. I wonder what those oh, I guess those isles would be those three, maybe? What a filthy desk. You deserve a good spanking. Oh my god, shush. Shush. Oh, we can get... okay, so if we do another classroom, we kind of dead-end ourselves, so we sort of have to do the breakfast nook, just so we can get further into the... On what topic? I mean, the only topic I'm really worried about right now is getting the puzzle for the basement. So basically what we've been talking about just now. Let's do the drawing room, I think. That also gets us another gem. So that's pretty good. And we'll move this way. Armory, you say? I would love to. However, that would be a dead end. Alright, we'll take the spare terrace, I guess. Why are you bonking me? Hearty lasagna dinner, and now you're playing some Supreme Commander 2 and listening to me? Hell yeah. Spank the cat. Don't spank me. I haven't done anything wrong. I am but a well-behaved Hnetu. God damn it. I am a well-behaved Hnetu. I have done nothing. Hnetu is innocent of these crimes. Yet. What the fuck do you mean yet? Hnetu is innocent of these crimes. Let's make it 10. I'd rather Hnetu smack my ass. That can be arranged. I mean, what? I mean, what? Spank the meat. Spank the meat! Mm-hmm. Alright, so this one was the puzzle... Like, this one was just telling me about how the word puzzle works. Like, the posters. So I don't really have to worry about that one. Ayo. 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 I could make the vault. I do want the vault, because I need that for one of the keys. If you find good digs in magnifying, don't forget the other half of the sigil. My sigil hints. There's only some sigil info is only possible from that direction, but also you might be able to read it into the history book. So I've read and screenshot the entire history book. And I got a good bit of information out of it, but that's only half of the puzzle, you know? We've also managed to open several of these. That's Fen Ares. We already did Fen Ares. But I am going to screenshot that anyway. Just in case. So that's also Fen Ares. That's also Fen Ares. to go back down there and double check. Okay. All right, let's head back. I know there's one more room in there that I should be able to open because we have not yet gotten the key that goes there. Okay. I don't have anything for that yet, so we're gonna do the walk-in closet. Just letting you know that you can read some of it. It could be tricky, yeah. I've gotten several clues out of it. I have gotten several clues. But yeah, no, this game is a bitch and a half when it comes to this stuff, you know? But now that I have that screenshot, that's going to help a lot. Because I think that's one of the ones that we have access to. Okay, let's go this way. Let's make a quick detour real fast and just double check. Because that's going to... Hi, Skybird. How are you? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well tonight. You one sigil key hint? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I really want to finish this fucking game. You got off work a little early. How do? I'm doing good now that I'm not at my job. My day job has sucked lately. I don't remember which ones we have access to. I think I need to make a note and start crossing off the ones that we've already done. You'll have to mess with the water to reach 2 keys. I've got the one at the bottom of the docks, and I've got... So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Kristen. Here's the thing. So if we look at the clue that says where all of the keys are, right? First key is found in the furthest rank. Second is Loctite in the vault of a bank. Third is in the clocks. Fourth is at the bottom of the docks. Fifth is on the throne. Sixth is station. Seventh is draft quite late, the music one, and then last key is waiting. I still need to do the vault one. This is the vault one. This is the clock tower. This is the docks. I'm putting them in order is the thing. This one is the throne room, which I don't have yet. This one is the station room. This is the music room, and this is the last one that I don't have. Okay, so that's the puzzle piece. This is Morjai. That's that one, okay. The last line of the poem, and the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. So I'm guessing that this is going to be where Fen Ares is. And then this is going to be Nuance, and then this is going to be the last one. So I am going to put a little marker here so that I know that we've done these ones. And then we're going to put a mark here because I have access to Araja. Right here, I have access to Araja. Over here, I have access to Morajai. And I have access to Vera as well. Hnetu duck sauce? What? Honey, look down. What? What am I... What? A gallery? Oh, the gallery. I mean, I could do that. Oh, God. Is it the ruminate? I hate the ruminate one. Duck sounds tasty. Oh. Shut the fuck up, Sabzi. Shut up. Wait, what does this say? Oven Nevere. Oven Nevere. Wait, is that a clue? Oven Nevere. All right, well, regardless, I was right about this one. I was just wrong about these two. I had these two backwards. Also, I'm gonna make, so we have 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi, Tyler. Have headwaters instead, thank you. You need to use the reward from gallery. God, I hate that fucking room. That's the 8 key, the infinity key. Insomnia has been messy. I hope you can get some good rest. I hope you can get some good rest. Okay. Well, wait. Hold on. I need to double check something in my screenshots. So we now know that that has the swirlies as well. Okay, we have the screenshots, so I don't really have to worry about that right now. Okay. Yeah. I am so glad I don't have to resolve the fucking gallery. I hated that room. That room stumped me for a while. That room stumped me for a while. But we got it. Okay. Let us continue. I do like having my notes, though. Alright, so we're going to continue going this way. I'm going to grab another classroom. This is grade 6. So this is the slideshow. So this is the slideshow, which we do actually, like, know all of the things for it. Like, we've done all of this already. Remember the gallery? I cheated off Hnetu for that one. It's fucking rough. But we did actually, like, go through this, and I took notes on all of this. So I have notes here. Also, 8 being infinity all the time. Interesting. The red banners and all that. Yeah, they were dismantling the railroads, which is important. We use that clue later. All these red banners and stuff. The war, red versus black. How everybody died. Yeah, okay. Try to grab another classroom. You know what? Let's get the armory, I think. We can grab the armory while we're here. And I think we have enough money to buy both of these. So we'll grab the torch. And we might as well grab this. So now we can smash things. No shield today. That's okay. I guess I'll take the parlor. Does the parlor at least get us one more room? I will do the parlor puzzle. Just hold on. I think we're just going to do the closet here because we don't have any hallways right now, so this is kind of worthless. Me in front of a furnace forging weapons. I am not a crafter. I am a space pirate. Thank you. I am a space pirate. If you replace the word one in the other two statements with both, they will both be false. Both of the other boxes contain gems. So that's false. Both of the other statements is false. But then that's false. Which would mean this is true. One of the other statements is false, so that's probably true. One of the other gems contains... You know what? Let's try this. I hate this puzzle because I'm really bad at it. Oh. Nope, I'm amazing. I'm awesome. I'm the best. Never mind. I'm amazing. Oh, wait, is this the shield? I can't buy the shield. Ignore the negative effects of any red room. Sure. Why not? I'm not cute. Shut up. The imaginary is still hot. AF. Yeah, true. I'll give you that one. You're very right. You're very correct. You're very correct. All right, stuffed wild quail for trophy room, eh? Do I have a lot of green rooms? Find out. Kitchen doesn't really have a lot going on for it, unfortunately. So that would make this a dead end, so we kind of have to do the commissary. Alternatively, we can give this a reroll and get a workshop, actually. Because we might be able to get a power hammer. Can we get a power hammer? Maybe. But don't think so right now. Yeah. We don't have anything for this right now. So I'll have to come back. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do it this way. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, yes! Oh, that actually worked out. I was very afraid. Okay, grade 7. Is this the highest grade we've been to? Oh, this is just another algebra one. Remember, don't square till you're there. D+, 7 out of 12. Yeah, this is where math gets really difficult. I hate these ones. I am absolutely okay with having people give me these answers when it comes to the fucking circles and squares and shit. Why did the music stop? Chat, why did the music stop? Fuck. Oh, we get the cloister. Cloisters are good. Math is hard, pants grab. It's easy when you've only got 2 inches, Jeff, man. Smile. We don't have the thing, but this will get us across. It is ominous. Pet doggy. This still says cat. The music stop broke me out of my daydreaming. Yeah, it's a little ominous. Lock it. I wish I had a shovel right now. Oh, the gallery. You can grab the gallery. Gallery's fine. Alright, this gives us this. Alright, we got the 8 key. Special key, key of 8. That SPH was aimed at Jeff, man. Sorry, Jeff. Thank you. Okay, so... Okay. Let's see. I still don't know what's up with the delete it thing. That's still baffling. What do we have here? We have... Okay. The last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. I hate this. What was the fucking one for this, chat? I don't remember, and I don't want to have to do this again. This thing sucked. This puzzle sucked ass. Nailed it. It's okay. It's nice to be small to some people. True. Alright, I'm gonna cheat and look this up because I hate it. I hate this puzzle. Did we not write it down? No. I should write it down. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, like, I'm just gonna look it up. I don't care. So hubris is monkey, and then envy is lion.
No,
Sonic Creeperman, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you?
Sonic Creeperman just followed.
How are you? Welcome in. Alright, what do we got next? Then dove, then elephant. Yeah, we solved this one the hard way. So, like, at this point, it's like, I don't give a shit. Elephant. She's pulling her cock out? Let's see. Then penguin, then whatever the fuck that thing is. Bear. So then penguin, then bear. Ow! Hi, Bubbles Bubbles Dewali? How are you? Welcome in. And then last we have the rabbit and the dog. I hate this fucking puzzle. Ow! Why must you throw things at me? Alright, so we did that. That's easy. The observatory. Wait. Did Hnetu take notes? I should. What, Peter? How busy? No, don't yell at me. I don't care. Stop. Fucking cats. Hnetu owes me a new table for folding mine in half with her dog. Ow! Dude! Ow! Why are you bullying me? What did I do? Wait, what do I have here? I have one that says, it says 4 woman, 6 horse, 5 child, 11 man, minus 10, 15 umbrella, minus 13. Oh, that was the steps. That was the steps. We don't need that. That was stupid. We didn't need that. We expected Cassidy's sex table to be stronger. We did. Thank you for the head pets. Okay, so monkey, lion, swan. I'm just gonna write this down. So, monkey, lion, swan. So that I don't have to keep doing this. Elephant, penguin, bear. Elephant, penguin, bear. Rabbit. Dog. Okay. So that way I don't have to redo that every time. But this says the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. King on his throne, which I don't think we have access to yet. We have to dig for that, I think. That's one of the secret ones. And then we don't have the one for the vault at the bank. And I tried using the 8 key and the bank, and it didn't work. You know what that means? Oh. Oh, oops. What do we know what means? I'm confused. I'm very confused. How many stars do you have? 49? 50? Yeah, 49. I don't want to do this fucking puzzle. I hate this. Because I can never remember how it's fucking done. So, wait, hold on. So, it's... Fucking... A gear room can have 8 doors? You're right, it can. I haven't gotten that one in a while. Additives... Fucking... I hate this. Because it's like 16 minus 15 is 1... Plus 4 squared is 17. So is it 2? No. 4 squared is 16 minus 15 plus 4 squared. So 1 plus 4 squared... 5 squared is 25, which doesn't work. Minus 15, so that would be 10. Yeah. I legitimately hate doing this because it's so fucking complicated. So it's 15... minus 20... Something divided by 5. I hate it. 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 I hate these. These are the fucking worst. Oh. So 3, 10, 5. Easy. I guess. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. Minus 1 squared Well, so 3 plus 4 would be 7? No. So 3, 10, 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. Multiplied by 1 is 2. And the square root of that is 4, so maybe it's 8? Ah, I hate this. Okay. I hate this game. Think of that, bets. I guess we can freaking... It's not gonna help us at all. We have to go back to the kennel, but we don't have a key, so maybe this will give me a key? You are a bitch. I needed a key, and you did not give it to me. My brain grows in math power. My brain bros in... My grain bros in something. Grain bro. Brain grow brain. Bro brain. Holy fuck, my bed is cold as fuck. Don't worry, I'll be in shortly. What? What did I do? What did I do? You rude bitch. So... Ugh. You moved your keyboard so all those letters are off by 1. Oops. You might recommend drafting an observatory tomorrow. I will do my best, Rathalos. I will do my best. So, okay, so... Where's my room directory? So, studio editions. So, we need... No. Found floor plans? So, we need a mechanarium. And we need a whole bunch of gear doors. So, if I focus on gear doors... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... There's only 6 gear doors. Yeah, there's only 6 doors that have gears, except this one. So I currently can't. Unless... No. Wrapping yourself around like a body pillow. If you only have 6, try to use a mirror, I guess. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, that's the only thing that we really can do. Weighted blanket, very good. Fuck you. Well, we do have the treasure map, but unfortunately we do not have access to a shovel, which is a huge pain in my ass. Because without access to a shovel, we can't really do anything. Also, 7th grade is once again the best room that we can get. Let's head back. Let's head back to the library real fast. Something about stamps. Or put it in place that blocks off the doors. I don't think that works that way. Where was I heading? Library. Not that this matters much, but maybe we'll get a key. We did not get a key. Damn. Okay. Oh, I can smash this too. Key? Jeez. The one day we need keys and it gives me fucking 12 gems. So... Hmm. 125. What's with all these useless rocks, right? So... Gallery art named 4, Parlor saw 39, Powers drafted 64. So I have a little bit more than half of a success rate. Dartward saw 27 out of 29. I failed twice. Upgrade is 12, red letter 7, sanctum keys 5. So... My favorite 4 puns here, I consider us it up 10. So I have all of these stamp collection. Oh! Oh, there's a stamp collection! That's cute! Huh. So we have one for Arinda Aries and we have one for Arch Aries. Right! The stamps are from the postcards. We need a magnifying glass to look at these. It even says so right here. Shush, I am not cute. So we do need a magnifying glass for this, for the stamps. Yeah, highest grade is 7. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day here. Make you. Time for me to take you to bed. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Garden campus. All right. Save and continue. We're learning things here, chat. We're learning, but we need a magnifying glass. You gotta go have fun stream. I will do my best. I hope you have a good night. One sec. All right. One sec. I need to check something real fast. Damn it. 1 second, chat. I got an email I gotta look at real quick. Okay, that's not terrible. Okay. Sorry, I had to check something. Whoop! Is it a sexy email? Yes, it is a sexy email, Jeff, man. It's an email full of boobies. Just for me. Boobies for me. I will not be sharing the boobies. Silly. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take... Fuck it, I'm taking this. You know what? This is actually perfect. So we have the coupon book and the key card, which is nice, and this gives us an early shovel and hammer. Fantastic. With a 69-cent stamp. Mm-hmm. Story of my life. Time for me to become Ma's chair. Yes, indeed. Indeed. No, I ordered something. I was getting a confirmation of delivery. Or not delivery, of a pink shift. Okay, so this is good. We have 2 of the things that we need. So, get the den, as we do. Are you mad that I'm not sharing my boobs with you? Yamaneko-sama. Also, hello, Yamaneko-sama. How are you? Solarium. Yes. Give me the rare rooms. I would like the rare rooms. Thank you for the free 1 coin. All right. So we know how to access the cloister already. We already got that. Can I smash these? No. Okay. All right, not bad. Let's see. I will take the Great Hall, but I'm gonna mess with that later. We're gonna see if we can get a foyer at some point. Shirt grab. I can't believe you would do that. Let's get the utility closet out of the way. I was watching a speed run, and the speed run is like you kind of have to you have to be a little bit risky sometime to like get some of the dead end rooms out of the way early. In my own stream, Cassidy? Come on. The Dovecot. Sabs is the Dovecot. The Dovecoat. The Dovecoat. Sabsy, there's pigeons! There's pigeons! There's pigeons! They all flew away! Did you enjoy seeing the pigeons, Sabuzi? So, I had read these already. Should arrive on Tuesday. If the closest is not near, lower the SD to warn us. You did? Okay, good. Oh my fucking Christ. Are you serious? It's all dead ends. Let's get the closet out of the way, I guess. Well, that was unlucky, if I do say so myself. It's fine. We still have this room. And we do have a key, so we can actually get, you know, we can get through it. Not the best option, but it is, in fact, an option. And we get an additional key out of it, which I will likely save for later. Workshop. That is, in fact, one of the gear rooms that we want. Thank you for the lockpick set. Can I craft anything? I cannot craft anything with these. Oh man, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I have a key card. I'm stupid sometimes, chat. I'm very dumb sometimes. I forgot I... Oh, no. Ugh. We're getting the bad RNG today, chat. We're getting the bad RNG. We're getting the real bad RNG. Well, let's see if we can get in here. Mailroom. Okay, you know what? It's been a while since we've gotten the mailroom. But I'm cute, so I make up for it. Am I, though? Please return all correspondence and packages just to Denny or Ravain to sender as he's no longer appeared on our staff. I wish I had a magnifying glass so that I could see something small. Shut the fuck up, Cassidy. Alright, well, a package will be delivered tomorrow then, I guess. We do still have options. They're just not good options. Ow. Hi, Talaknov. How are you? Alright. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Fuck. Beating DMC 5. Nice. Damn. We gambled and lost, chat. We gambled and lost. Gonna need a microscope? That's rude! Might as well turn that back on since we have a keycard. Why are you so mean to me? What did I ever do to you? Why are you so mean? Thought we were friends. I'm glad you guys enjoy bullying the shit out of me. You gave us permission to bully? You're right, I did. I did. Because you're precious, get loved? No, fuck you. You get loved. And appreciated. Did we turn off the gas valves for the elevator? I don't think so. What's love got to do with it? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. You will shit! I'm going to shit yourself. So why is my desk so dirty? I'm going to shit yourself. What is that? Not the pasta. Shit yourself now. Oh, I'm in a bikini. I shit myself so bad I had to change clothes. Well, son of a bitch. I mean, I'm gonna do it, but son of a bitch. All right, so what's this about the foyer? Lord William Epshin. Baron Thomas Sinclair. Major Nicholas Key 4. Shitted myself so bad. Change buttholes. Count Isaac Gates. Baron Edwin Sinclair. And Ye Ariena. How are we today? Hi, Ferret. I'm okay. I've had that before, but like it was a Slurpee mix, and I was sticky as fuck. Okay, so what's going on in the foyer? What is an Isagate and how do we count them exactly? I had to get my coworker to wrap my seat in garbage bags. Did you shit yourself? Chat, I have an embarrassing story that involves going to the bathroom in embarrassing ways. Hi, Nana. No, it was an icy mix? I see. I don't think I should tell you guys my embarrassing story, though. Actually, I think I might have told it on stream before, now that I think about it. I might have told the story. You worked at a gas station for a year? Oh god, I'm so sorry. Secret passage! Alright, we're gonna make ourselves, hallways. I mean, you want chat yourself in the middle of a baseball game where you're a player and the only bathrooms are closed? No! You must remember remote controls. Did it have to do with getting it in a hole? No. Okay, so do you guys want to hear the story of me pissing myself at work? Chat, would you guys like to hear the story of me pissing myself at work? It's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. But I will tell the story. Hee hee tinkle. Alright. Mechanarium. So, I had a day where it was me doing the weekend shift. I was doing the weekend shift at work. And, I had been on the road for like 8 hours. It was a less than stellar time. Hi, Ashish. It was a less than stellar time. It was not great. But I had to piss. And I made it all the way back to the office without pissing. And I was, you know when you really have to go and you're kind of like, you like your whole pelvis is clenched and you're like bouncing ever so slightly in your seat? The model doesn't show it very well, but I'm mimicking the bouncing when you're just like bouncing in your seat. And so I got back to the office. And I, instead of parking down in the parking garage and going, you know, like walking up, I immediately like bolted to the office and parked right outside the front door. Now, the office, because it was a Saturday, the door was locked. Hi, Bob. Welcome in. What'd it do? I'm telling an embarrassing story of me pissing myself once, a couple years ago. It was a, you can feel your fire hose filling up? Yeah, exactly. I'm standing there at the front door. I am literally at the front door of this fucking place. Shaking. Interesting. Shaking, trying to open the, like, they have one of those, you know, like the combination locks that you can put a key in. And so I'm standing there at the combination lock, like fighting to get the combination in, and it just hits me. And there ain't nothing I can do. Thank goodness I was alone, because I am standing there at the front door, just like, well. I managed to like hobble myself back inside a little bit, and thankfully in my job we have why are you following me for the pissing myself story here? Hazura
Hazura just followed.
Hazura. Oh, what a terrible time to get a follow. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Damn it. So yeah, I was basically standing there, kind of fucked. It was a less than fun time. Wait, I need to go this way. It was less than a fun time. I spilled my water bottle. It was warm. Shut up. I mean, thankfully I was alone, so it's not like anyone saw. And it was, what Hnetu story is the right time to be falling? I don't know, one that makes me not sound like an idiot. Shut up, Peter. I don't need your opinion about my idiocy. Fucking cat. But yeah, I'm just glad, thank you. I'm just glad I was alone when it happened. I'm just glad I was alone when it happened. Oh. The inkwell. You may spend stars to draw new floor plans. North Star, gain 1. That's new. Is that 50? I was all by myself. My apologies, I think I might have been thinking of a different room than the foyer. Although, it was supposed to help with the office safe, apparently, which you have already unlocked. Oh, yeah. Guy watching the security cameras. Thankfully, there's no security cameras there. Listen, it was embarrassing. I'm just glad no one else was there, okay? I'm just glad no one else was there. Conference room, good. Embarrassing, but it died with me. It did, yes. No one else will ever have to know that it happened. Wait. Fuck. I don't know. It was funny. It was funny enough. Inkwell is 50 stars. That's one way to influence the RNG in your favor, provided you spend some time doing so. Yeah. Definitely seems to be the case. I think I've already turned the gym off, so I can do this. Having a smoke break outside your work and watching some idiot pissing themselves struggling to open a door.
Doing so hard.
Shut up, Cassidy. You know what? We can get the library, which will give us access to that book that we wanted. All right, The Curse of Blackbridge. This book was gifted, graciously gifted by Simon Peaches, by Redford Ewing. Everything goes away on the internet? Yeah. All I'm saying is that Call of Duty Ghosts gave us some of the most smashable aliens. I see. Hi, Mythics. Forward. Okay. I'm gonna stretch. That was a good stretch. Okay. The Legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm. I lose here. For versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colorful, more verbose, and, as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. Peter, shut up! I'm gonna go see what the cat wants. I'll be back in a second, because he's just not leaving me alone. Peter, I hate you. I hate you so much. I need you to know that I hate you. I swear to God.
Peeper.
You're accepting failure in the trying to fall asleep this hour. We'll try again next. Aw. Okay, the cat has been fed. Love it. Sounded like a good stretch, very good stretch. Love stretching even. Vey, I have a suggestion. Have you ever tried the exclamation SOB7 command? Yeah, so their food bowl was full when I started stream, but it is no longer full unless they are angy. Hi, Nick. Welcome in. How are you? However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I've heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. I'm okay, how are you? Yet, the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. You're afraid sleep claims me. Enjoy the puzzles all. Good night, Rathalos. Thank you for being here. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic, the story my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. Part 1. The Berry Picker from Oris. Another the ringtone as a contender? Oh no. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that the locals deemed it appropriate to call their number the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst, and for each crime that fearful travelers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, high road robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind the churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyway to sustain his pitiful existence. It is not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take any easy road out. An easy and well-traveled road paved with temptations, leading out of the city and into the gentry lands where loose purse strings entwine with the strands of salvation and glisten equally with the hope of opportunity. It was this road that eventually led Jesper to the end of his youth, a hidden cave at the bottom of Black Bridge Canyon. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, the notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Despite the hardened circumstances that had led him to his vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. I will take a drink. Capitalism, yes. I will take a drink. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. I have drinked. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while the others slept soundly, tucked away in the cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out into the woods before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant Jasper could reach the furthest berry patches without worrying of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination, and along the way Jesper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jesper was patient, but even patience had its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches of this new grove surprised even Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as the stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a bounteous sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses, Jesper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of this newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jesper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in this task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. A carriage. A carriage is approaching! The thought of it made Jesper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept toward the impending sound. hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment before the sound source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jesper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around the corner of trees, led by 2 beautiful white horses, and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage, it is a royal carriage. Even without having ever witnessed such a sight before, Jesper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jesper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effort that the noble steed slid to a sudden halt with precise control. "You boy, get out from behind that bush!" he shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startled me half to death, coming round the bend of my own drive and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought not to be any face." Jester quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for courtly behavior, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries." Jesper raised the half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanor of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jesper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expression on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with a berry basket. Any suspicions that the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. "Berries, eh? Say, you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy." Jesper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. "I know, and what luck I found them. I had only just begun picking, and look how many I have. It would have taken me 4-fold the time back home to procure this number." The driver bent down for a closer look. "And where is your home, boy? It must be quite far." Jesper relied on a scripted response. "A little south of Tanner Fork, just past the burnt woods." "My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning." It was true. Tanner Fork was the exact opposite direction that Jesper had traveled, and while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to the Blackbridge Canyon, he could see why it might have seemed less believable here. "Sir, I have traveled much farther for much less profit. I dare say there is no distance yet made by man that would not be worthy undertaking for a prize such as these. Surely you have tasted them for yourself?" Jesper felt happier with this response, as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. "In my youth, often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far. And even then, my father would always drive us here in our carriage, so I am ashamed I never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward." It was Jesper's time to smile. "Then let my efforts reward us both today." He raised the basket even higher. "A taste and memory of your youth, sir." The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down to the basket. And at the moment his fingers touched the first berry, a dagger in turn met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. "And for that taste I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth." The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hands to probe the man's pocket. "Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause. Though I will admit, the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me." Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted in search of the seat under him. "Why have you no purse upon your person?" The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing toward the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn softly. "There's a lockbox in the carriage." "Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands. A concession, I assure you, of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat." The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on the man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory. In their place, cold, dark eyes displaying no emotion. "I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you are showing me?" Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it. Secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. If there is no lockbox, there will be no clemency. Inside, the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, 2 observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all 4 sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Orindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the Old World and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted, yet robust padlock, and would not open easily without a key. Jesper looked over to the driver, quietly observing from his indentured position. Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box? Without emotion, the driver replied, There is no key to that box. Jesper stood up. Easy enough, then. He headed over to a large rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed. Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is this? That's one. Feeling his disappointment rising to anger now, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what, you mumbly agenter? And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? The man did not seem intimidated. 1 pace. He paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now splattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had, of course, heard stories of curses and had never doubted their validity in the past, but now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. Hi, Frosty Plushie, how are you? And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. Excuse me. But what good would it do to be discovered here, beside a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries and raving about a curse that could very well not be real? No. It would most certainly be better to face one's fate now, take a dozen paces, and see if life goes on. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste away 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution. And if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him as if he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of gold trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4, perhaps only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as it appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task too great to chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took 2nd, 3rd, and 4th steps, though they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse is real, then it was most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story is fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox, whose typical function oft secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand to let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care do I have? And with that statement said aloud, to the horses seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. Part 2. That was only part 1. I forgot that this is a part 1. Holy shit, how long is this book? Okay, it's not too long. Okay, there's only 2 parts. Below the Black Bridge. Are you guys enjoying me reading this? Are you enjoying my storytelling, chat? Miller awoke to some light nudging from a familiar foot. ASMR Hnetu book win, right? Only one person would have the cheek to awaken her in such ill-mannered fashion. Shaking the sleep from her eyes, she glared up at him in the darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again, teasingly, then stepped back into the dim. After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkness of the cave, Miller remembered. She was on third watch today. Quietly collecting her things and wits, Miller turned as she left, waving to her young friend, who was more than likely already asleep. She crept through the cavern's main passage, careful not to wake the sleeping bandits around her. Like a hero in a book, she often mused. Story time before Hnetu tucks us in. You were absolutely engaged with this? Good. Quietly, she grabbed a bow from the haphazardly formed pile of weapons. Shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it held, she then walked toward the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Above her, in one of the few trees found in the canyon, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than a gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered a braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following her finger, and saw a pail of water resting beside a nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first. In turn, Miller followed. It is making my mouth water. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for maneuvering in this tree post, a necessary concession for the concealment the outpost demanded. Ravia tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating how thirsty she had been. Miller laughed silently as the water poured out, splashing onto Ravia's face. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly been scolded for the unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence of the morning. They had been on third watch together for over a month, and during that speechless time, their friendship had grown into something special. They were just roommates. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce among the unholy hounds. She had felt camaraderie before, of course, but intimacy never. From their elevated vantage, the girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern, as well as a clear view of the bridge that spanned across the canyon. Black Bridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains, the overpass that connected Orris and Reddington. To the city-faring travelers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure that travelers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure that they do. Like most of her band, Miller preferred the night. The biting glare of the sun might be tolerable to farmhands and bricklayers, but to a cavern-housed bandit it was a source of constant annoyance. In the day, there was no shroud to conceal her expressions, nor to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Ravia touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress a budding smile, subtly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary. I have an enjoyable reading voice. I'm glad. Gestures quickly forged in the shared solitude of their month among the branches. She watched as Ravia shifted, placed her palms flat on the floorboards beneath them. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend not to understand. Ravia rolled her eyes and turned away, looking back to the cavern. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller, too, heard the sounds of approach. Ravia held up two bent fingers, and a few minutes later, two men emerged from the bridge's southern end. They were dressed in a familiar uniform, long gray coats with black facings, white waistcoats, and black tricorn hats. They belonged to the local patrol, the Blackguard. Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at Blackbridge wasn't an unusual sight. It typically indicated an important traveler's impending passage across the bridge, information that the girls would promptly relay to their leaders as soon as the coast was clear. But this report, while exciting, was rarely acted upon. In Miller's 5 years in the Unholy Hounds, she had never once seen a carriage taken in open daylight when the Blackguard was nearby. The men had nearly reached the bridge's north end when Miller heard the horses, faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Ravia's eyes met Miller's, the same concern mirrored on each other's expression. This did not sound like the typical carriage, cautiously approaching the bridge to cross. Instead of the familiar crunch of the high road's gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards, looking through the foliage. The sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. In an instant, Miller had knocked an arrow and drawn her bow. "Go!" Ravi was gone before the whisper had even left Miller's mouth. The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing toward the cave. There was no road that ran below the canyon. There was no reason for numerous horses to be approaching their cave. There was only one reasonable conclusion, and both girls had reached it instantly. The base had been compromised. This is a Blackguard attack. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose her first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She expected cavalry. Before she even finished processing the thought, her second arrow was in the air. Without a trail, it would be unthinkable for a carriage to traverse such rough terrain, yet she watched as the wheels jolted over the rocky riverbed. A third arrow was now in flight, and there would be no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before the vehicle dipped into a small ditch, slamming into an embankment. The force of this sudden halt immediately shattered the front 2 wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller quickly glanced over her shoulder to see if any of the horses were also approaching from the rear. Down in the canyon, the entire horde of the Unholy Hounds came spilling forth from the earth as if hell itself had suddenly sprung open. Welcome back. The group seemed even more bewildered than Miller, half asleep and tripping over one another in a desperate attempt to engage an unseen enemy in combat. Miller could see Ravia among their number, the only one looking up at her. Her expression was chilling. There'd be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they both now realized. They had made a mistake. The gang's chieftain, Joffrey Heartslasher, led the others, cautiously approaching the crashed carriage like a suspicious fox would near a baited trap. There were no words exchanged as the group crept forward in customary silence. A dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him, a blood-stained effigy carved from stone. Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favorite. He had always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the hems of her every move, the way a child tails behind an older sibling. Tender-hearted, she had always called him, though deep down she had known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability that emerged in the most perilous of situations. He had been a flower amongst the nettles of this cave, but he still had thorns, honed by a grim past and 100 hands of misfortune. They buried him in the darkness, in the back of one of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he treasured. The mysterious effigy they had found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone, a marker that stood out somewhat special among the rows of similar swords marking neighboring plots. No one spoke, not even in whispers. There was nothing to say. You guys can barely see it, but there's one of the Orindia ones down here. Thank you for lurking, Wardens. That is a lot of swords, but yeah, one symbol of Orindia. Miller awoke the next day to a thunderous shaking and rattling of the earth, a far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained to adjust her eyes, but the choking sting of stirred-up dust caused her to flinch. Panic was also in the air. The sounds of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her, but even in alarm, the silence was louder. What was it that sounded so strange? Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. The whispers around her were getting louder, and intense voices could be heard ahead, louder speech than she had ever heard spoken in the canyon. A growing dread grew as Miller approached the mouth of the cave, her eyes now open wide despite the dust. Shouldn't it be day? Close your eyes. Imagine head on Muscle Mummy's thighs, light eclipsed out of your eyes, velvet tones reading you a story. Then you open your eyes and weep. Someone's chopping onions. Miller felt a hand in the darkness pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. An hour or so later, the screams began. Blood-curdling screams, cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Black Guard looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ah, he grinned. Now they speak. That's dark! Oh, that's dark! Oh, that's real dark. That's pretty dark. Holy shit. Azza, thank you for the resub. Oh, that's dark.
Azza 921 just subscribed for 5 months. Hello everyone. Also I waited until you were done reading. Didn't want to disturb the reading and atmosphere.
I appreciate it. That was the Curse of Blackridge. That's really good. That's really good. Oh, damn. It's January 25th, 1994. So, that's pretty crazy. Real bad luck there, girls. Real bad luck there, girls. Oof. Yeah, let's look at the armory. It's fine. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to buy the other one because I don't really need it. So why do you call your server room Blackbridge? That's a great question, isn't it? Boiler room. That's another one. Okay. Let's open this door first. Damn. Oh, right. I might listen to the VOD later because you missed the start. It's so grim. I love it. It was very grim, yeah. That was very grim. Okay, do we have a shovel? We do have a shovel. Yeah, so the guards must have noticed the cacophony down below and realized that that's where the unholy hounds were, so they collapsed the cave, which is bloody brilliant. I need to go to the mechanarium again now. Alright, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of backtracking. What a good story that was. Just the right kind of fucked up. Very good. And yes, I apologize for the ads in the middle of that, but, you know, shit happens. Okay, let's see if we can't get another... I'm legitimately trying to force this. I need another room with a gear. The ballroom could be really nice. Okay, well. We need to bring back curses as a society. We do, I agree. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, can I get something that has a gear? Please give me something with a gear. Jesus. Okay, this is actually dining room really good. Gives me a bunch more steps. So pizza, I don't think I have a furnace, but I'm not going to, so. God, what a good story. That was so dark. Enjoy your lunch. Yes, I have to say it each time, even if it's stupid. Okay. Come on now. Give me a room with a gear. Okay, you know what? I will take the gallery just so that I can get the key. Curse me with black lipstick kisses and more than possessed and painted like the Sistine Chapel roof. You have a way with words, my dear. You have a way with words. That's for sure. Okay, we'll put the 8 key there. Oh, but that's gonna... Oh, it doesn't make it a dead end. Okay, hold on. We need to double back for a hot minute. Lunch? Jeffman, are you eating ass? Damn. Are you eating ass, Jeffman? You know what? We're gonna do something a little wonky. You wish? Yeah. You will shoot your shot with the most silly shots you'll ever see. I respect it. I respect it. Sometimes that's what you gotta do, you know? So, where do we get another a vault key? That's what I want to know, is where do we get another vault key? Alright, so we're being a little silly right now. Do we even have the vault today? No. Hi, Agent. How are you? How are you doing? Also, I see we're down to 36 stars. We've used a lot. How are you doing today? I hope you are well. I hope you are well. Also, I would really love it if we could get the power hammer today. I'm good. What about you? I'm doing better. My day job has been rough, but you know. Would Hnetu be upset if you need the gears before placing the mech room? Is that how that works? I would be unsurprised. I'll say that. I would not be surprised if that were the case. Because that feels like the kind of thing that would be the case. So I would be a little annoyed, but shrug. It would just mean I wouldn't be wasting more stars. Though I may go for a freezer then. How about we go for a commissary? I hope things get better. It's fine. It's just my job sucks. Alright, we're not gonna buy anything right now. I feel like I could do better. Just grab the pool so that we can smash these, because, you know, why not? Work as a driver does get work in the winter, stay safe out there. It's not that. It's specifically, like, all the extra fucking stops they've added for me. That's all. It just adds so much time and stress because I'm trying to stay, like, on time for things. Anyway, so is that how that works? Is that I need to... Hi, Emrys.
Emrys rhymes with abyss just raided.
Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Hnetu, your local idiot cat girl. Says really dumb shit and ends up regretting it later. Today, I'm fighting with puzzles. How are you? We sewed our butts off. What did you sew your butt off to? How are you? How are you? My name is Hnetu, your local idiot cat girl. I decided to play a fairly low-key game today, so we were playing Blueprints. It is a puzzle roguelike, and it is kicking my ass. Also, the aforementioned things that I regret, quote 1526, my titties are fucking crazy! Which is apparently a thing I said. Thank you for doing the shout-out. How was your stream? What were you doing today? What were you sewing? What butt did you sew off? Unfortunately, the sewing machine got our butts. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Hi, Ordinary Clover. Hi, cool his beard. Her titties are crazy. Yeah, see? Whee! Boing. Boing. Anyway, yeah, my name is Hnetu. I am your local idiot cat girl. I say really dumb shit a lot, so, you know. Doing good. We were doing some sewing, working on Exodus, made some little to-go cup cozies and some lanyards. How are you? My brain is mush. Yeah, don't sew your butt closed. My brain is mush right now. I've been doing a lot of puzzling, and it do be puzzly. But that's actually cool. I hope you had a great time making cool stuff. And I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is a, like, I'm late game, so if you don't want spoilers for this game, I totally understand. But it's a tough game. Good advice. Can't let that happen again. Exactly. Loving the colors of your model. Thank you, Doncat. Thank you. You want to see the whole thing? I can show you the whole thing if you'd like. You know what? Let's get the clock tower for an extra key. Why not? Here, let me show you the whole thing. So this isn't my default outfit. This is one of my extra outfits. I normally look a little bit scruffier, but since we're in a nice fancy schmancy building, I figure, you know, I should look nice. So, hi. I figure I should be dressing pretty. So we're wearing our nice little business outfit. Hi. Welcome in. How are you? Well, I guess I'm angry now. But yeah, I am now clown colored, but you know, you can see I've got a nice little business outfit going on. Complete with nice heels. In love with your design. Thank you. Thank you. And you can see I got thigh squish. We've got some thigh squish going on. Spare uppies? I mean, I guess. We got big titties. You want to see what I normally look like? I can show you what I normally look like. You like the veins? Ayo. Here, let me put on my default outfit for a hot second with a... I said... There we go. Hi. This is what I normally look like. A little bit scruffier. I look a little bit scruffier. Also, yeah. Or is it a crack? If you mean the thing on my forehead or my scars, those are scars. But this is the default outfit. I normally don't look bright ketchup and mustard colored. But yes, it is a scar on my forehead, if that's what you were asking. Hi. Welcome in. I'll put my business outfit back on and then get back over here. Boop. Okay. I am very fast food coded right now. Usually Patrick Star with SpongeBob accents. Yeah, I'm normally a green and gold kind of character, not a whatever the fuck this is kind of character.
No,
Hi, Rowan. Good morning. Ordinary Clover OC. Thank you for the follow.
Followed.
Interesting. I wonder if that's a clue. The swan. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands at the shore, carried by westerly winds. Up like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, darker the days coming forth. So, that's the flower one. Which is poetic. Doncat3, thank you for the follow. The eyes of the favorite bit, thank you.
Doncat_3 just followed.
Thank you. So that one's poetic. Interesting. Did I already have that? Sorry, I'm doing puzzles real fast. Hold on. I have to check my notes. Yes, I do have merchandise if you're interested in that sort of thing, but I wasn't gonna shill it immediately because, you know, you guys are new. Eyes are indeed pretty. Thank you, dear. Alright, let's see. I need to check this. Interesting. Sorry, checking minutes. Just Clover is fine unless otherwise specified plural. Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Alright, so... There's nothing else to do real here. Alright, I guess we wander our way back to the boiler room? There's not really a lot we can be doing here today. Like, we're kind of at the end of our rope on this one. This puzzle is fucking hard, yo. These puzzles do be difficult. But yeah. Happy to have everybody here. I hope you're all having wonderful nights. I usually play, like, roguelikes and stuff because they're fun. Alright, you know what? Being able to adjust the rarity of our floor plans could actually be a game changer right now. Thanks for the silver key. I won't need that. Okay. So, we can adjust these... Okay. So, this room, we have the spare terrace, so we never need to see the regular terrace. Because we have the spare terrace, and that's way more common. So, I can set this one to be rare and never see it. This one, I kind of want to make standard instead of common. And then this one, I mean, this is fine. I don't really give a shit about this one. We never really see it. It's not useful in a way that we really need. Rare like my love. I'm back. Did you miss me? All right, let's call it a day. Thank you for doing the shout out for Rowan. Let's call it a day and try again. All right, a garden sketchy. Not a terrible day, and we did learn some things with that story time. God, that was a dark story. Makes me wonder about the effigy, if that's ever going to show up again. So, we know... Oh, there's a package. Right. We got the mailroom yesterday. So, package. Sleeping mask, coupon books, and gems. Oh, cool. Wait, what? Oh. So, sleeping mask, coupon book, and we start off with the gems. Yeah, it's a small package. Exactly. Thank you, Jeff, man. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate you pointing that out. God damn it. You fucking layabout. But you guys like it when I give you a small package. All right, we'll do the schoolhouse again because we do want more schoolhouse. Also apply free packing peanuts. Sabsy raises, I'll lay you out on a picnic blanket. What are you, what are you, fucking Yogi Bear? The said package contained chicken nuggies? No, it had 2 gems, a sleeping mask, and a coupon book. Weren't you paying attention? The heart monitor in a game like Blueprints is such a comedic touch, folks. So here's the thing. The fucking... I wear it all the time for every game, because if I don't, I will forget. I'll forget to put it on. So I just have it all the time. Like every stream. Also small package. You're one to talk, bitch. Deliciously mechanically separated meat product. I'm trying to think if there's any of these that I haven't gotten. Hi, Vitastral. Speaking of big packages. Hi, Vitastral. Stop laughing at my small package! Sorry, no small packages left. My package! My package. I think this is the other one that we didn't get. Is the Sightseer's Guide. So we're going to get that. It'd be perfect when the blueprint starts hunting us in the hallways like Mr. X. You're not wrong. Okay. We definitely want the Chamber of Mirrors. You wish you had a box of canned meats and faux meats. Jeffman, are you on the drugs? Are you on the alcohol, child? All right. As much as I would like to do a classroom, I kind of need access to the Chamber of Mirrors right now. So I need to open that. And then I need to go back around. If you're unsure which architecture strategy to try to read from the most recent backwards, maybe. Orange. So that gives us all the steps that we just wasted. What happens if I press this? Okay, that just closes it. Okay. What a weird fucking room this is. You're on the E-drug? Oh my god. Okay, so let's get out of here and go this way. Alright, we definitely want a classroom. Because we do need to get all the classrooms also. That's not as useful as I would have hoped. Alright, so we don't really need anything until we start to get it to grade 8. Wait, oh right, we can duplicate things now. That's going to make this a little awkward. That's a big ball? Yes. I've got big balls. I really would like another classroom. Thank you. The mirror plus classroom should be able to graduate today. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Hopeless. You will not list steps when traveling between two adjoining hallways. Hallways are drafted over. Okay. Visual learning. What about my small package? It's such a good joke. Like, it writes itself, you know? It really does. It writes itself. Another classroom, which unfortunately will dead end us, but that's okay. What is that? Wait. What's that emote combo? Magnifying glass dinosaur? Yeah, I have a small package and big balls. You figured it out. Could call it low-hanging fruit. No more forgetting pills. Yeah. Wait, did stream die? Please tell me stream didn't die. Uh-oh. Alright, chat, I think we're fucked. It didn't die? Okay. I think we're fucked. So the bad news is we don't have access to the foundation. We don't have access to the foundation today. And we don't have a key, so we can't really do anything. Rowan, shut the fuck up. It do be like that sometimes? Yeah, sometimes you get bad luck. Rowan out here bullying me. So one of the few puzzles that we have left is how to get this thing. Because I still need to get this. This is one of the last puzzles that I have. Also, I'm going to borrow you for a minute. I'll put it back. Jeffman. I swear to God, Jeff, man. I swear to God, you're the worst. Hot dog. Hot dog. Okay, so I need to see what happens if we do this. Oh, so we have to put all of them in here.
Sauron Bane just raided.
Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Hnetu, your local idiot cat girl. Don't worry, some people like it. Smile. God damn it. Sauron, everybody is making fun of my penis. Can you tell them to stop? I hate it here. Clip acquired. I hate it here. I'm sure it's at least average. You're not helping. None of you are helping. None of you are helping. In November? Ah! All right, let's call it a day and try this one again. That is not what I said. Oh, you said cup acquired. I thought you said clip acquired. I was like, no. I love that we got a snug little campus on that. I fucking hate you guys. I'm gonna stab all of you. I'm gonna stab you. Don't bully you, you'll come. Not until the next month. Even the fucking game is out to get me. You have bought a cup, you shall drink from me. Hell yeah! Thank you for purchasing a Hnetu branded Hnetu cup from Flare Creations. I appreciate that a lot, actually. I bet that wound won't be deep. Fuck you! Why is everybody ganging up on me? What did I do? What did I do? Why are you being so mean? You use the keychain every day? Hell yeah. Oh, Lord. Don't let the BPM go over 100. Have you gotten through the door in Blackbridge? I had to restart. No, Sabzi, I have not. I'm still missing the one last microchip. Never have I hated being Australian more than seeing the shipping be more than the cup. I'm so sorry, Vay. This is good, chat. I gotta take notes. Rowan, I'm gonna break your hands. Okay, so we don't get the hovel, or we don't get the hovel, we don't get the schoolyard today, so we're not gonna get the thing. As per usual, not actually sure what I walked into, but you know what? Changed my answer. I read your story, death above average. Thank you. Don't threaten me with a good time. I swear to God, woman. Lexi, my chat is bullying me, and also we just made a sale. How are you? Welcome in. My name is Hnetu, your local idiot cat girl who says a lot of really dumb shit and ends up regretting it later. Today I'm playing Blueprints because I can. How are you? How was your stream? What were you doing today? Oh, hey, it's all the Greg. They're not named Gregs. You saw the sale right before you raided? Hell yeah. Good shit. I'm glad. Yeah, Asterisk official here is Lexi Flare. She is the one that did all of the hard work for the cup. She did all of the hard work. I basically did nothing, so make sure to thank her. The chat's name is not Greg. Hi, Venus Dawn. Hi, Candle Hearts. How are you? Actually, real insecurity. You were not Greg. None of you are Greg. None of you are Greg. None of you are Greg. Apparently buying Hnetu's cup brings all the babes to the yard. Yeah, it does. You met too many Gregs. You do not desire to be a Greg. Fair. Who the fuck is Greg? Greg is what Lexi keeps calling chat. Their name is not Greg. If you give them a name, they're going to think they're people. Also, Lexi, thank you for distracting chat from the bullying that I was getting. I appreciate it a lot. In my own stream? Pet dog. You're a sexy distraction. You are, thank you. Ew, don't humanize chat like that. Oh, hey, guess what? Another raid!
Marley Gray just raided.
Hi, Marley Gray. Welcome in. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Hnetu, your local idiot cat girl. This is really dumb shit and is getting bullied by my fucking chat. It's All Souls season. Hell yeah. I'm guessing you were playing a Souls-like. What were you playing today? What were you playing today? Are you playing something fun? Hello, fellow Gregs. Don't call them Greg! Your name is not Greg. Damn it. Wait, what?
Gotcha.
Vavictisp gifted a tier 1 subscription to Greg _.
You're not helping. Welcome in, raiders. How are you? How was your stream? Were you playing a Souls-like? If so, what Souls-like were you playing today? I hope you had a wonderful time. It's All Soul season, some guy chillin'. Welcome in. Yeah, so I'm playing Blueprints because my life has been frustrating lately. Damn it. So I decided to play this instead. can lose the battery pack, that's fine. Oh, I got a prism key. Haven't seen that in a while. And the hall pass, which is fucking worthless to me, also. Oh, this is important, actually. This is important. That's huge. That's huge. You must raid and run today. You are falling asleep on your feet, so to speak. Back to the Elden Ring mines soon enough. Understandable. Please get some rest. Also, Lexi, you too. If anybody that raided needs to go and rest and get sleep or get food or whatever.
Hype train started.
Please, please, please. Do not feel like you need to stick around. You're more than welcome to go and, you know, take care of all your post-stream business, okay? You don't wish to be Greg. I have a name to have a name is to be people. I want to be objectified. You will be a footstool, Vay. A footstool. Sleep is indeed important. You are not named Greg! Damn it! Oh, yeah, and beans, obviously. If you're interested in that kind of thing. Thank you guys for the hype train. Thank you for all the raids. I resign yourself to your fate. That's probably the smart move. Probably the smart move. Damn it. You may be a footstool if you so desire. Secret passage. Okay. Okay. Dice actually pretty good. And a gem. Okay, we have a gem now. There's nothing wrong with being a footstool. You have lost your prism key. Wait, I lose one every single time I come in? I gotta stop coming in. You don't have to make smart moves. You're trying to be one of the Aphrodite statues from Record of Ragnarok. I see. That's fair. You're more of a coat rack. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not going in there anymore. Alright, let's go here. So, I need something that I can go straight through. Fine. I'll finally make the stupid tunnel. This is one of the rooms that I haven't been in yet. Interesting. So I need to make another tunnel because I want to be able to get to the foundation. Lost and found is brutal if it ain't sheltered. It really is, yeah. Give me another key for this, please. Also, I never said hi to you, Vane. Hello, welcome in. You consider yourself more of a premium chair? Yeah, Rowan is one of those chairs that's like, it's a nice chair with like leather, you know, on it and all. Tunnel to the foundation, Exactly. You're more of a towel. Oh my god. You people really do want to be objectified, don't you? Porterhouse sticks. I need a showroom. Alright. Yes. Oh my god. You are all such fucking bottoms. Why are you all such bottoms? You're bored out of your mind at office work and ADHD demands background distraction? You know, that's very fair. I understand. Human rights are overrated. They have to pay taxes. Hey, magnify. Not a fucking word. You're not a bottom, you're Greg. Shut up. I've actually been called and used as a coat rack because you stand still holding things for hour. Sabzi is put together like a pigeon's nest. She really is. Alright, let's get a passageway, I guess. I don't have any gems for a passageway. God damn it. You guys are the fucking worst, you know that? Fucker. Is there anything in here that's worth my time? Not right now. Okay, but we did get the magnifying glass, which is very useful for something. You might be a bottom, but I don't think I'm object level bottom. You don't want me to put my feet on you. You don't want me to step on you with these heels. Look at these heels. You don't want me to step on you with these? Because I can. I can, in fact, step on you with these if you want. Wasn't even aimed on you and you're blushing. Rowan, we all know that you're a bottom who wants to be stepped on. I'll even let you pick where I stand. Isn't that a nice choice, chat? I'll let you pick where I grind my heel in. And I will grind my heel in. But if you beg, you can decide where. Like a good little bitch.
No, Echo.
Puppy girl Gwenny. I love that that is what I said, that I got a puppy girl
Gwenny
to
just
follow.
followed.
Welcome in. It's not a foot thing, it's a heels thing. There's a difference, okay? There is a difference. It's a heels thing. It's not about feet, it's about the shoes. Oh, hey, cool. Speaking of stepping on things, here's a slappable coin purse.
Remember, Rowan is a bottom that wants to be left as a piddling princess puddle with her tears being the lube.
That is true, yes. Have a good night, Ascaris. Good night, Lexi. Sleep well. Heels and feet are technically different things. True and brave. Exactly. Did we find out if you had dealt with the chest room crack? No, we haven't been there since. We also have not had a power hammer since. But yes, liking heels is very different than liking feet. But yes, good night, Lexi. Sleep well, sweet dreams. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Okay, gems. And, well, that sale would have been nice earlier. Fair, you don't get that one either. That's okay. That is A-okay. I don't have any gems, so I can't make that. So I'm gonna make a corridor. Listen, I am not expecting everyone to understand the shenanigans. I am simply, oh, for fuck's sake. I am simply a vehicle through which the shenanigans flow. And we're fucked, because I can't do anything else now. Shit. But we did get another clue, so maybe we go down into the basement and see if we can't suss out one of these clues? Hnetu has nice flow, but do I have Dracula flow? That is the question. All right, so yeah, there's not really much else we could do here. So, honey sussin, yes, I am. Listen, I am always happy to push the boundaries of what I can get away with. Hi, Max, on this website, and the fact that I haven't been banned yet means I'm doing pretty good. So we take those wins. We take those wins. Rawr. Rawr. Bad RNG, though. It's fine. It's fine. How you doing, Max? There are definitely options for turning me into putty, though. Oh, yeah? You want to share those? You want to share? What do you need me to do? Gently brush your hair behind your ears and hook my finger around the corner of your jaw, pull you nice and close until we're eye to eye, stare at you unblinking and say, well, aren't you a good little girl? Or, alternatively, aren't you a well-behaved boy? You know, stuff like that. Smile. Hi, Luri. How are you? Okay, so I just took a screenshot of one of these, and we're going to do a little test. So, we need squiggles. Sick of folding like a napkin at a 5-star French restaurant for this woman. I'm rebelling. Oops, my spine melted. Need to borrow a mug. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. So we have squiggly lines with the X and the thing. So... come on. Okay. Wait. Is it this one? Or is it this one? No. Is it this one? I need squiggly lines, god damn it. No. Why is it? Stop. I want... There we go. Okay, so you have squiggly lines. But that's not the right pattern. That is also not the right pattern. That is also not the right pattern. Nor is that. This may be the right pattern. And then this one needs to be... Come on. This one? It's not this one. Okay, tried. Wait, I mean... Maybe this is wrong. Maybe it's that. So I have to do this again. Okay, enjoyed that, and both options are valid in my case. Okay, see, I can turn a lot of people into putty. Okay, so it's not that either. It's definitely not that. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it's not this one, which means that we need to do another one. We have options. You could brute force the number of rays. I mean, that's what I was trying to do. But it also might not be any of these, you know? It might not be any of these ones. So trust me, I'm going to brute force it as best I can. I just need to get the squiggles first. Oh, whoops, accidentally clicked the wrong button. Did the fragment show the border? Yes. The fragment did show the border. I have gotten the correct everything except maybe the positioning of these. But it's this border, it's the X with the dots, and then the squiggly lines. So the only question is... damn it. Maximum brute force the way, how you solved every puzzle you figured out in this game. I see. I mean, this is mostly a matter of, like, I know all the pieces, I just have to make sure that I'm getting the right position of the squiggly lines. Can't be that. And it can only be certain patterns. This is one of the options of the patterns. But that's not it, that one. Okay. You want to cry, you came so close to beating the first Ghost Extinction map for the first time ever. You wanted to nuke the nest. Aw, I'm sorry. Hi, Dazarus. The answer is Cobalt Booty. It always is. Oh. Well, I wish I'd known that beforehand. Dazarus, have you played this game before? Out of curiosity? Oh shit, I'm doing the wrong one. You played like 10 hours or so? Okay. So yeah, I'm like way deep into the puzzling of this. Trying to figure it the fuck out. Okay, so it could be this one. In fact, I think it has to be this one. Oh my god. It feels like it's always the furthest one possible. Okay, so it's not... Oh, it is! We got it! We got it! We got it! We got it! Oh, shit! We fucking got it! So, Vera, done! Vera, done! You're a master of blunt force bashing your head through puzzles, the trial and error, you nowhere near what Hnetu is at? I see. Nice! Nice! Very good, very good. Okay, so... Oh, look at it, it's all pink. Oh, look at the turtle! Okay. Oops. Grab the stamp. What does the stamp say? Vera Shores. Oh, they're riding on the turtles, chat. That's really cool. Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I own that I have deeply loved my time here at Vera. The memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother have been relentless. As I have gotten older, I find less and less occasion to recollect on such trivial pleasures. One thing I do remember vividly, which has not lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles Each visitor of Vera, upon arriving, is lent one of these hard-shelled friends for the duration of their stay to serve as both steed, guide, and companion.
Very nice, Caesar-chan.
Very nice, Caesar-chan. Fun fact, in the bunk room, one of the tapes near the TV says Turtles of Vera. That's pretty cool, yeah. Under the spell, I am still under the spell of island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was on Morajai. Okay, so he went to Morajai first. Okay, hold on, that's important, that's important. Morajai before Vera. So Morajai, then Vera. We don't know if there's anything in between them, but now we know. Like a little tent. Okay. And there's, yeah, a puzzle box over yonder. All right, Morajai puzzle box. The variation. While Morajai puzzle boxes were never as popular in Vera's other realms, pink tiles were eventually introduced, based on the Veran people's devout respect of the sacred circle. When these tiles are pressed, all adjacent diagonal tiles rotate around the pressed tile. Ooh, that's gonna be tricky. Wait, how the fuck am I supposed to... Oh, low battery. What do you mean low battery? Or Vera's an island? Yes. Vera is the island one. Very nice. So how am I supposed to do this one if I can't... There's only two. Have you figured out what the orange tiles are yet? No. Oh. Well, now I have. This is kind of silly. Damn it, I keep getting like 3 out of the 4. Ah! Ow! To save time, we have reached an impossible game state. You can never reach the solution without restarting. Oh. Damn. Oh, because I turned one of these gray by accident. I see. Because I turned one of them gray by accident, didn't I? Haha! Okay. So now... Yeah, it's because I turned one of them gray by accident. I understandy. Boop, 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 boop. Gotcha, bitch! Okay. Nice. Indeed. I think talking to my friend about their drone kink has made Twitch recommend me. Do you want to be turned into a drone? A mindless sex toy? Oranges are bottoms that I like to get ganged up on.
No
Typical
matter.
Typhoon, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I don't? Are you sure? obsidian? Because I don't know.
Typhoon just followed.
All right, that's not bad. Also, we got another one of these done. So that means we have 3 of the 5 of these, I guess. I should have taken a screenshot of the one up in the thing, but I didn't. Vin Nevere. All right. So that's... Do I have a library? I do not have a library today. Damn. You're pretty sure? I don't know what Bezos is thinking. Aw. All right, so it's 3:50. I don't think we're gonna have enough time for another run, but I definitely feel like we got some things done today. And at the very least, we got to read the Blackbridge story, which was really good. That was really good, the Blackbridge story. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I don't think we don't have time to do another run unless we got super unlucky, but I don't want to push that. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can do. Because it's all dead ends except for the Great Hall. We don't have any keys, and without any keys, we can't do anything. So, yeah. Okay, I think we're going to call it here then. I do feel like we made some good progress, though. Pretty sure goes by watch history and not conversations further. Algos seems pointing a finger have led to 3 pointing back. LOL. Quote number 2343, mostly because I don't want to be institutionalized. I have work tomorrow. Silas. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to call this. So we're going to call this, we're going to call it, we're going to save and quit, and we're going to stop the recording, and everything will be kosher. And I feel like we made some progress. We made some progress today, and I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty happy about that.